Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you with me to Aldi and one of our local Sam's Clubs to check out the shelves in our area, and then I'm going to give you some tips and alternatives to hopefully help moving forward as we face more shortages and ongoing supply issues. Let's go shopping. All right, the first place we're going is Aldi. You walk in and the bread products are on the right. You can see that their bagels and tortillas are pretty decently stocked, but their sandwich bread and buns will probably be gone by the end of the day. They had a pretty decent supply of block cheese in their refrigerated section. Aldi is my all-time favorite place to buy block cheese. These 8-ounce blocks of sharp cheddar are only $1.25 a piece, and that is the cheapest I have found anywhere in our area. So that works out to $2.50 per pound. Their lunch meat and deli meat section was hurting. You can see by the looks of these shelves that they're almost completely out. There's a little bit on the left there, and you can see that their salami is pretty well stocked, which is funny because their salami has increased in price by over 50% in the last couple of months. I no longer buy it. The cracker shelves were decent, but you can tell that there are some pretty big gaps. The supply is definitely down from normal. Aldi's canned and jarred fruits have been down for months. You can see by the looks of these shelves that that has not changed. I was decently impressed with their canned beans, although I don't know if you can tell from the looks of this picture, most of these are only one case deep, whereas in the past, the shelves are full from front to back and top to bottom. Aldi has struggled to keep up their tomato product supply over the last couple of months, and today was definitely no different. They were completely sold out of their regular and turkey pepperoni. You can see on the right that they had this thick cut pepperoni, but it was significantly more expensive. Their canned soup section was at about 50% capacity. Their pasta and pasta sauce section was sad. What you're seeing at the end of each shelf is all there is. Everything behind it is empty space. Their fresh meat section wasn't too bad, except when you consider the fact that normally these trays of chicken and ground beef are stacked 2 or 3 high, and today it was single layers all the way down. Their bacon, ground sausage, and smoked meats are the lowest I've ever seen. The silver lining at Aldi was that I found seasoned French fries for the first time in months. Fries are my oldest daughter's favorite treat, and she hasn't had them in so long because I haven't been able to find them anywhere. She's going to be pretty excited to see these. All right, let's head to Sam's Club. Look what I found, frozen turkeys and lots of them. There's a limit of 2, but I was just so excited to see this full freezer. Their fresh meat section was hurting a bit. It was pretty slim, but I was really pleased to see that their chicken breasts are still $1.97 a pound. That's pretty impressive that they haven't gone up yet. Great news, their toilet paper section was fully stocked, and you better believe I went home with one of these 45 packs. Their bottled water section was also fully stocked. A few of you have asked if my family stores water, and the answer is no. We have a well that can also be hand pumped. We have a fresh water source on our property, and we also have a Berkey filter, which can filter rainwater, pond water, you name it. So we're good to go when it comes to water. Their refrigerated cheese section was looking pretty good, and I will say the block cheese at Sam's Club is almost comparable to the prices at Aldi, although Aldi still wins out a little ahead. They're almost out of whole milk, and look at those prices. 1 year ago, whole milk at Sam's was about $1.60, and now it is $3.22. As I've said in previous videos, my family does not drink regular milk, but we do go through 12 quarts of heavy cream a month in our baking, and we use it in our coffee, and I noticed that Sam's Club is completely out of heavy cream. It's a good thing I bought all 12 of ours at the first of the month. Their butter supply is looking good, and their prices are holding steady at about $2.50 a pound. Getting into the non-perishable items is where I started to get concerned. This is their canned fruit section. Not only are they almost out of canned fruit, but the shelves above them are almost empty as well. I felt like their canned vegetable area was looking pretty good, and then I looked up. These shelves are normally stacked to the rafters, and they're almost empty. I've mentioned in previous videos that we keep far more honey on hand than processed sugar. We use honey to make our bread, and it lasts forever. I felt like they had a pretty decent amount today, but I don't know if this is all they have. They had a pretty decent amount of all their different varieties of rice today. Their pasta, on the other hand, not so much. You can see that there is a lot of angel hair pasta and some of this Barilla brand, but if you look down to the left, you can see that their spaghetti noodles and their elbow macaroni is almost gone. One thing Sam's Club was not lacking today, and that is canned meat. You can see from the looks of these shelves that they go pretty deep and they're pretty well stocked. Their convenience rice mixes were very low, and the shelves above them were completely empty. My favorite crumbled bacon is almost gone, and once again, the shelves above are empty. Here's a little bit more of their canned fruit. These are maraschino cherries and the extra large containers of peaches, but again, they're almost out. Their baking section was also very low. I went ahead and got one more 25-pound bag of all-purpose flour. I decided to take some of your advice, and I ordered some Vital Wheat gluten on Amazon so I can turn this all-purpose flour into bread flour since I haven't seen it in stores in about a month and a half. I was pleased to see they had a pretty decent amount of oil. If you shop at these big box bulk stores, then you know these top two shelves are normally full to the ceiling. Seeing these so empty was a little eerie. The sugar wasn't too bad, but again, what you see is all they have left. They'll probably be out of those 10-pound bags by the end of the day. Some of their spices were lacking, but I would say overall I was impressed with their spice supply. Now again, this is the Sam's Club that is in the more rural area, whereas I've got another one about 30 minutes from us that has far more people in that city, and their spice shelves were looking much more sparse. To be totally honest, I was pretty surprised at the shelves in our Sam's and Aldi. I don't think our Walmart is hurting quite as badly as those two stores. Now let's jump into some tips and alternatives I wanted to share with you. It's hard to believe it was just over 18 months ago that our country experienced the most bizarre toilet paper shortage in the midst of the COVID pandemic. We have a lot of butts in our house, and let me tell you, I was getting pretty nervous when 2.5 months passed and I still was not seeing a single roll of toilet paper in stores. One day I'd had enough and I went to Walmart and bought several packages of these 18-count cheap washcloths and a couple more bottles of laundry detergent. I figured worst case scenario, we were covered. We've also been using these cheap washcloths in place of paper towels for years. I can't remember the last time we purchased paper napkins or paper towels. If you're still dependent on paper napkins and paper towels, now would be a great time to transition to these washable and reusable products. If you've never heard of or are not currently using Castile soap, this will be a game changer. Castile soap is a vegetable oil-based concentrate. Dr. Bronner's is the most popular and definitely my favorite. The uses for Castile soap are almost endless, but I'm going to name some of my favorites. You can use it to make foaming hand soap, shampoo, body wash. Use it for shaving your face, legs, or underarms. Wash your dishes with it. Add it to your laundry. Put it in a spray bottle for all-purpose cleaner or even a natural pest deterrent in your garden. Or add a splash to a bucket of water to mop your floors. You can get a 32-ounce bottle of Dr. Bronner's Castile soap at Walmart for under $14. I would definitely add this product to your shopping list. The next item is a no-brainer. You can get 2 gallons of distilled white vinegar at Sam's for under $5. You can replace almost every cleaning product in your house with vinegar, but I will say it doesn't quite smell as nice as the Castile soap. The last thing I want to mention is the importance of shifting from an abundance mentality to somewhat of a scarcity mentality. I don't mean we need to go about our day thinking about all the things that we're about to run out of or may not be able to find in the stores anymore, but the reality is we don't know what's around the corner, and it's important for us to, especially as Americans, where we've been used to being able to go out just about 24 hours a day to find anything that we need in the store, and probably not far from your house. We don't know what the stores are going to look like in a month or 6 months. And I think it's important now, especially when we have children in the house, that we start to adjust our mindset a bit. Little things will make a big difference. For example, if you have children that come home from school and open up a brand new large bag of chips, they may have a habit of sitting in front of the television and finishing off that bag of chips with a sibling. Instead, if they just put them in a bowl, that bag of chips could last them every day for the entire week. Goodness knows, as Americans especially, we eat too large of portion sizes. It's probably time to start adjusting that to make sure that we have plenty for our family in the months to come. Another practical area to save is your laundry. I discovered just a few weeks ago when my son was home from college that he has been completely filling the laundry detergent cap every time he does a load. I about died. I told him there's no need to fill it more than halfway, or you're really not going to get your clothes as clean because you're changing the viscosity of the water. So start to use less cleaning products, less laundry detergent, less hand soap when you wash your hands. Just getting in the mindset of conserving. Back when we couldn't find toilet paper for months at a time, everyone in my house was very aware of how many squares they were using every time they went to the bathroom. And it was really a good lesson in being more aware and intentional in the amount of things that we use on a daily basis. As always, the purpose of this video is to inform, educate, and encourage you. I'm going to put links in the description below to other videos I've created that may be helpful in preparing your family for whatever may be around the corner with regards to our food supply. Thanks for watching, guys.